Hello everybody out there. So for today's video, I wanted to do a video as the title should so happily say, how to track your progress in the gym, and also when should you change up your routine if you're not seeing progress. Had a friend recently ask me basically this exact question, like how should I track my progress recently getting into the gym. Not really sure if I'm making like actual progress or if I just think that I am. So what's the best way to go about it? And if I'm not making progress, like at what point in time should I change my routine up, change my diet up, change cardio, whatever it may be up? So I think that I should start getting these questions and then answering them live, but I feel like it's kind of more disingenuous if I don't answer someone's question directly first and then do a video on it. But maybe I'll switch it up in the future, I don't know. Or maybe if someone tells me I can just do it live, they can watch the video live then as well. But anyway, so that was a question my friend asked me. So gonna kind of go over what I let them know and kind of break down my thoughts on their question. So for myself, as far as tracking progress in the gym, I think that there's a few different ways to do it. So my first recommendation would be to take like progress photos. So I would take a front, side, and back photo when you first start going to the gym or whatever type of exercise or dieting that you're doing. Gives you kind of a good solid base foundation, because it's really easy when you get farther down the line to like have this image in your head of what you used to look like. But if you take actual photos, it'll give you a realistic like idea of where you were at before versus where you're at now. And I think that the eye test, or looking in the mirror, looking in a photo, same kind of thing, is always going to be the king of kings, because at the end of the day, if you're happy with how you look and you feel comfortable with how you look in the mirror, then it doesn't really matter if the scale's the number that you want it to be, because at the end of the day, like I said, if you feel comfortable, if you like how it looks, or you like how you look rather, that's what really matters, not so much a number on the scale. But my additional recommendation, not just taking photos, is I would recommend doing a weekly weigh-in, weekly like weight check. Typically I'd say a Saturday or Sunday in the morning if you have like the weekends off, or a specific day that you have off every week if it's consistent. If it's not consistent, just pick a day during the week. Wake up in the morning, go pee, whatever else, and then weigh yourself. Use the same type of like underwear or no underwear, whatever you want to do, so that you can get a baseline measurement. Don't weigh yourself a bunch of times during the week, because your weight's going to fluctuate with water or the amount of food you eat, which your food should be pretty similar, but if you have a little more salt in your diet for some reason, you have a little more water, a little bit less water, like it's going to fluctuate. So if you're doing it at the same time every week, with the same diet and same cardio, same workout, same everything, it should be pretty consistent as far as like tracking your progress. But again, at the end of the day, I think the mirror and photos are king. But again, the problem with just using the mirror is you're gonna like forget what you actually look like. So I would really recommend utilizing photos. Again, front, back, side is gonna be my best recommendation. If you don't have someone take a photo for you, just put your damn phone up on a book or some shit and use like the little countdown timer thing. That's my recommendation for those two things. From there, I know other people will tell you that you can do measurements, or that you can do other types of like ways to track your progress. But in my opinion, those are the two best ways to do it, just because those are two easy, consistent ways that you can check it every single week. And again, same thing with the photos. Make sure you're taking them the same day, same room, same background, same lighting, so that you're not getting weird like lighting effects, and you're getting a consistent like result throughout the process. So again, obviously there's other ways that you can obviously track your progress, but those two would be, I think, the most ideal ways. And I think it's also something that you can do by yourself. I'm a big proponent of anything that you're trying to do in life, unless it's obviously fucking relationships. If you can do it by yourself, then you should have a way to do it by yourself that you feel comfortable with and it's going to work for you. So if someone's not there or not available that day, then you can still do it, and there's no excuses, no cop-outs, and you're still tracking your progress consistently. Also, it's really cool when you have your photos, if you're able to be like, oh look, like here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 weeks in a row, and you can literally just look at all of them in a row, and you can see that like the natural progress that you've made. So it's definitely kind of a good like feel good as well, I'm not gonna lie. So next part of their question was, what point in time should I be worried about not making progress, and like when should I change things, and how should I change things? So kind of a quick like idea and tip on that is, my personal opinion is that you need to be able to stick like with a workout routine, diet routine, and an overall training routine probably for about a good first 30 days before you start to tweak anything. Now that's also in a perfect world where like your diet is correct. And again, I said this before, like you don't need someone to give you like a real basic diet if you're just trying to like lose weight. To be 100% honest, you can literally go online, find a calorie calculator, figure out how many calories a day you need, and make sure you stay under that. It's going to be a good baseline. Like it's really basic, but like if your whole goal is to lose weight, which I feel like for most people it is, it's a good baseline. As far as cardio, starting out that first month, 20, 25 minutes max, 5 days a week, 4 days a week is going to be more than enough on a treadmill. You want to have your heart rate 75 to 80% of like your target heart rate, or like your, I guess not target heart rate, 75 to 80% of like your highest heart rate that you can possibly have, which again, you can find a calculator for that online as well. And the other thing I would say as well is that if you have like your nutrition in check, your cardio in check, you're working out, lifting weights 4 to 5 days a week, you're going to be in a good spot as well. I know some people can only work out 3 days a week, so same kind of thing. But if all that's in order, you should give it about a good solid month. You should be seeing pretty good progress. Now, let's say that you get, because everyone's going to have it happen, you get 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road, and you hit a plateau. What do you do then? So let's say you're 3 months in, it's 3 months and 1 week, and you don't see any progress. Photos look pretty much the same, your weight's the same, you don't feel any different, okay, let's see what happens the next week. Next week, photos look the same, weight staying the same. Okay, now this is where I think that a lot of people are gonna be like, oh shit, it's been 2 weeks, time to like ditch it, you know what I mean? People will freak out. So my recommendation for you is I know it sounds shitty, but it is what it is. I would give it a solid 3 weeks. If that third week you're not seeing any changes to your weight on the scale, which is where you should be seeing some change at that point in time, because the more weight you lose, the harder it might be to see it in certain photos between like 1 week or 2 weeks. But if you've gone 3 weeks, you're not seeing differences in the photos, you're not seeing a difference on the scale, that's the point in time where I think you need to tweak things. As far as like an additional idea, an additional tip for you guys, if you are wanting to change something up, my recommendation is to always increase cardio first, or increase your workout intensity, or maybe the length of your lifting sessions more. The reason being is that the last thing we want to start doing is pulling calories, because once you start to pull those calories, you really can't put them back in, because your body will eventually get accustomed to those lower calories, which is why you hit so you go down in weight, hit a plateau, go down in weight. So if you cut calories out and you're at, I don't know, let's say you're at 2,500 calories, eventually your body's gonna get used to, if you go down from 2,500 to 2,000. Okay, well now your body needs, let's just say you're a 190 pound guy, your body needs, let's say 1,700 calories to be able to function and just exist on the planet without feeling like you're gonna die. So you really can't go much below 2,000, because 1,700 is what you need to survive with your current lifting weights and diet and just the way your body's metabolism's working. So you really can't go much lower with your calories. So what you want to do is keep them up at 2,500 for as long as you possibly can. Slowly increase your cardio, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes for that first week. See if you start making progress again. So let's say you're at week 3, no progress. Let's say the next week or this coming week or the week you're going into, you add in 5 to 10 minutes to your cardio. I can almost guarantee you 99.9% of the time, if you're not cheating your diet, you're lifting heavy, and you're doing your cardio at a high enough intensity, an additional 5 to 10 minutes, you will see a drop in your scale weight, and you should see a change in your photos again. But again, that might not happen for some people for 9 months, a year down the road, because they have a lot of weight they have to lose. For other people, if you're not really overweight, it might only take you a month, 2-3 months. But again, you have to be honest with yourself and say hey, am I actually following the diet that I said I was going to do? Am I actually lifting weights and actually going to the gym 4 to 5 days a week optimally? And am I actually doing the cardio at the pace that I'm supposed to be doing it? If the answer is to yes of all those 3 things, give it a good solid 3 weeks. See if anything changes. If it does change during that time, then great, keep doing it. But if it doesn't after 3 weeks, that's when you have to make little changes, add in some cardio, maybe add in another day of lifting if you're only doing 3 or 4 days a week. Maybe do a few more sets for lifting. But again, try and wait to actually restrict your calorie intake, because if you don't, you're going to put yourself in a position where you're kind of stuck, and you don't want to be stuck when you're trying to lose weight. So that is what I have. That is what I told my friend. That's my little tidbit of information. It's actually a pretty short video, which I actually feel pretty good about. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I made it too long at all. So again, guys, the whole point of me doing these videos and the whole point of this channel is to help 100 million people. I know that I do videos on random shit too, or controversial things, but again, it's just to bring perspective and try and change maybe people's mindsets for the better as well. So the whole goal is to help 100 million people impact their lives, small ways, big ways, whether it's brightening somebody's day or changing someone's life completely, or maybe just improving their relationships with their family, their significant other, whoever it may be. So that is my goal. the best way for me to accomplish that is if people share the content. I don't like asking people to, like I said, like or subscribe, but I do like asking people to share, just because that's the point in time where more people can see the stuff. So if you did get anything out of this, you feel like you added some value to your life from watching this video, I would ask you to please share it, whether you share it on your page or tag somebody in this video on whatever social media site. That would be awesome, because at the end of the day, that is going to be the best way for me to be able to help more people more quickly and be able to kind of like spread knowledge and positivity on the planet. So that is what I got for today. I'm going to answer some live questions on Facebook Live and Twitch, and then get off of here. So for everyone watching on YouTube, if you do want to actually be able to ask questions live, Mondays, Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, after I finish the actual topic, I answer live questions, and Saturdays between 6 and 7. It depends on the actual Saturday because of work. But the good thing is if you don't want to ask questions live, you can always ask me directly, DM me or comment or however you want to do it. If you want me to do a video, I'll ask if I can do a video. If you don't want me to do a video, I won't do a video. So that's what I got, guys. So for everyone on YouTube, for all the YouTube friends, stay healthy, stay safe, guys, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.